Hi, everyone. Day 5. Are you getting tired of me yet? Oh, no. Great times we're having, right? Okay, today it's about those inner thighs, which are my nemesis. You know how you always have like one part of your body that, I don't know, you're never happy with? It would be my inner thighs. But that's cool. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'll stop talking now. What's going to happen today? We're going to have the ring. If you don't have a ring, use your ball. What's the setup? I have my handles on, but you can have your foot straps on. We're going to be doing a little bit of arm work before we switch sides on the speed skating, where we're going to be choking up. What I mean by that, you choke up above the handle onto the rubber if you have it. That's why it doesn't really matter if the handles or foot straps are on. Blue spring, my favorite. 1 medium spring. If we start the speed skating series and you feel any discomfort in your knee or you don't think it's stable enough, go up to a red, 1 heavy, totally fine. Your foot bar is down and it's out of your way. So make sure that that platform is clear because we're going to be turned out with those feet. And as I said, ring will be used. We're going to do a little bit of upper body, but it's mostly all going to be about those inner thighs. It's really the worst. Every time I do it, I think to myself, why? Why did I put myself through this? But we can do it. Shall we get started? All right, we've got this ring. One thing I forgot to mention in the introduction is on my reformer, I have 2 sets of bars here for my foot bar. I want the standing platform cleared off when I step on here. So I am going to flip the smaller bar, shorter bar over so it's out of my way. Be careful getting up here. 1 foot goes on the standing platform and then stepping all the way on up. Today, my feet are going to be in a turned out position, which is kind of uncomfortable for my standing leg. I just don't have a very wide platform. So kind of my toes are going to be hanging off. I'm just going to be a few inches from the front edge of the carriage turned out. Holding the ring, elbows go wide. I just want you to get your bearings here for the first. Let's take that carriage out and back on in. Blue spring, medium. So I've done this series a few times and this is the weight for me. If you feel as we go on, you need a little bit more stability, maybe it's bothering you in your knees, I would suggest going up to a heavy spring, but this is good for me. Let's take a few more. I'm going to add a press in onto the ring as I pull that carriage in. I'm thinking my inner thighs are coming together and I'm growing taller. It doesn't take much for my inner thighs to come together. Squeeze the ring as you go out and then in. Just make sure 1 point you're squeezing, next you're releasing. Doesn't matter to me when or how or what. You don't even have to use the ring if you don't want to. I want 2 more here. Out we go. And in. So each time I'm going out, I might be pushing it out a smidge further. 1 more here. Coming back through center. Arms are going to go straight up to the ceiling. A ring is in between my hands. I'm going to do a little bit of side bending. Again, same thing with the legs. We keep both legs straight as we go on out. Side bend to the right. And then drawing those inner thighs together best you can, sitting up nice and tall. All right. Love me a little bit of inner thigh work, even though my inner thighs are my nemesis. It doesn't need to be that big of a side bend. You're trying to keep the crown of the head in line with the center of the ring. Can you give me 3 more here? I'm not squeezing into my ring, I'm just holding it. 2 more. And 1. Back through center, arms come down, bend the elbows again. Take the carriage out, both legs are straight. Now, bend your knees and do like a plie position and straighten the legs up. So you are holding the tension. Is the carriage going to be shaking a little bit? Of course. Yeah, I'd like to say, oh yeah, don't move the carriage, but that's kind of unrealistic because my legs are starting to shake. I'm going to add a pulse in as I go down and up. So I'm imagining shimming my back down a wall. I'm not sticking my booty out. I have a slight tuck of the tail, lady parts pointing down to the blue springs. Ugh, this is starting to get ugly. 3, 2. Hold on tight, guys. We're going to stay down here on that next one. I want you to hold it down there. Right leg extends and bend back. So my left leg, foot on the carriage, is staying bent. Extending the right leg long and then bending it in. My height doesn't change. I'm not bouncing. Holding that left knee bent isometrically. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hold that squat position. Extend the left leg long. Right knee stays bent. And then in. Oh. This is the hard part. Okay. I'm staying strong, I think. As low as you can go, keeping that tail tucked under. I want 2 more. And then we take a bit of a break. 1, in, up, coming on in. Got 1 more piece of this. And it's the worst one, just so I can prepare you. Arms are going to go long now, straight in front of you. You have a slight press in on the ring. Take that carriage out. Legs are straight here and find that wide turned out position. I'm going to tuck my tail under slightly and I'm going to pulse down. 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift that right heel and lower it. Right heel lifts and lower. I'm trying to shine my inner thigh towards you. You're holding that left knee bent. Oh God, let it end. And this next one, hold that right heel lifted. Rotate to the right, then back through center. Arms are staying long. You're going to rotate. So my hip bones are shining towards the camera. Rotate. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Bring the carriage in. These are the times I'm happy I have a wall to hold on to. Nice work. Don't throw the ring at me. Your computer, your TV, just throw it on the ground. We don't need it for this next section. Please be careful. Step off your reformer. Moving on. Remember that little bar I was talking to you about on my reformer? I'm going to flip it because now I'm going to be kneeling back and my feet are going to come back against the carriage and I don't want to feel anything there. It's kneeling. If you do not want to kneel, I want you to grab that long box. You can do the whole thing on the long box, or some padding for your knee if that feels better. I'm in this kneeling position, and I'm going to take my feet and hook them behind. Carefully choke up on the rubber on the handles. I'm going to tuck my hips under, chest expansion. Inhale, exhale, sweep those arms straight back and forward. So in normal chest expansion, our thighs are against the shoulder rests. I want to challenge the balance a little bit more, hence why the spring weight's a little lower. Again, I'm curling those toes behind me to help with my balance. And posterior pelvic tilt of my pelvis, I feel my tops of my thighs warming up. Sweep those arms back and forward. I'm up nice and tall. I'm imagining my arms are super long because they're not. I'm going to add on here in 3, 2, 1. Arms go forward. On this next one, I'm going to add a hinge. Inhale, exhale. As arms go back, I'm going to stick my butt back, hinge at my hips, almost like my butt's going down to my heels, arms straight back, and then slowly to that upright position as arms go forward. Adding that hinge. Inhale, exhale, down. My heart rate is lifting after that hideous speed skating series. My head's in line with my spine. I'm looking straight ahead of me even as I hinge. 4 here. 3. Remember, you're coming all the way on up. Arms go forward. Here's 2. 1 more. You're going to hold that hinge and hold those arms back there. Here it is. Hold. Let's bend those elbows and straighten. So my arms are very close to my sides. We have 1 more challenging set here. 2. Hold the arms long. Keep them back there as you hinge to that upright position. I mean, lose that hinge. You're upright. And then back down to that hinge. So the goal here is you're trying to keep that carriage absolutely still while keeping those arms back there. That is really challenging. I want 3. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Up, arms go forward. Hang up both straps here. Are we ready to go to the other side of that speed skating? I don't know. We're almost done. Good news. Let's do it. I'm going to come off the reformer and grab a hold onto the ring that I threw to the side. Flip my bars out of my way. Make sure that your platform is clear. I'm going to be away from you. Right foot's going to go on the standing platform. I'm going to heave-ho up there and turn my feet out. Turn those feet out. Again, my left foot is a few inches away from the edge of the carriage. Standing up nice and tall, legs are going to stay long to start. I'm going to bend those elbows, ring in between my hands. Take the first one slow and in. No surprises on this side. Good news, I wouldn't do that to you. Starting off with the basics. Getting our mojo, as I like to say, before we get fancy. Drawing those inner thighs together. If you plank the carriage, who cares? Happens to the best of us. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. I think I'm taking it a little further out with each rep. Again, you do you. 2 more in this basic in and out position. Squeezing the ring where you want. And in, arms go straight up to the ceiling, ring in hands. Let's add that lateral flexion. Over, side bend, and then back through center. Finding that nice stretch on that right side, crunching through the left, and then back in. You'll probably have a slight bend in those elbows, totally fine. I am not pressing in on the ring, I'm just kind of holding it there. And floating my head in between my biceps. I'm starting to sweat again. Big news. 3, 2, reaching long to my left, like that 10 o'clock. Last one here. I'm growing even taller and making this one my best and coming on in. Again, ring is by my chest, elbows wide. I'm going to take the carriage out. Pause. Still in that turned out position. I'm going to bend my knees down, squeeze the ring a little bit, and then straighten those legs up. No, it doesn't feel any easier on this side. I won't talk as much now because I'm tired. You go down as far as what you can handle without moving that carriage too much. 3, 2, we're going to hold it down there now. Hold the squeeze on the ring. Extend the left leg long and bend back in. The right knee is staying bent. You're just holding it there, which is a big pain. 4, 3, 2, hold, left knee bent, right leg goes long, bend it back in. Yep. Are we having fun yet? No, I'm not. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. In and up. Take a moment. We're almost done. Thank goodness, right? Bring the carriage in. Arms will go straight. That ring is right up there in front of you. Take the carriage out. Again, bend into that turned out position. Hold it here. Let's pulse down. Oh my goodness. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift the left heel and lower. Lift and lower. Hey, we're close. 3, 2, keep that left heel lifted. Rotate, straight arms over to the left, back through center. Opening up that left inner thigh towards the wall in front of you. Come on, guys, this is it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, jeez. Why is that so hard? Okay, good times. Day 5 in the books. I shall see you tomorrow.